How's it going?
Quite well. Good morning, everyone. How are you?
Good.
Good.
So please tell the pretty people about yourself.
Well, I was born a poor black child in Detroit. No, I was actually. Grew up in Detroit, Michigan, which is a pretty rough city, and overcame all the obstacles that I was confronted with, and got a scholarship to go to college. Went to college in San Diego. Graduated from there, traveled the world on cruise ships, enjoyed life as an entertainer, singer, dancer, actor. I did a lot of musical theater, and decided, let me see what Hollywood has to offer. I gotta give it a go. I got a degree, so went to Hollywood, got an agent, dance agent in fact. Started doing dance videos and various other things, and got a call for a kids show called The Power Rangers, which was at the time called Dino Thunder, and went, okay, I'll do it, but missed it because I was doing Star Search at the time. So I came back from Star Search after losing, and got a call again and said they still want to see you. Can you go in? And went in and auditioned against maybe 800 other people, and they boiled the numbers down till it was 3 casts of 5, and in the end, we walked away with the victory, becoming the Power Rangers, what was known as to become the Power Rangers. And, we thought the show was like this kind of quirky, weird, kind of fun thing. Being a superhero was going to be cool. And didn't know what it was going to do, but it was a kid's show. It was going to be fun. And before you know it, it was a phenomenon. Before you know it, there were kids. The toys were selling out in all the stores, and we were, walking around and being recognized everywhere, having lines of people wait for autographs while you were having dinner. And it was, it's kind of bizarre and crazy and fun and a responsibility, because now we were role models for kids, and we needed to try to be our best. So I took that to heart and have maintained that over 20 years at this point. I didn't know that Power Rangers would continue for 20 years, or that, for a show to start in 1993 and to still be going right now with other casts, continuing the seasons. I knew that the show started in Japan and had run for 20 years before we started here. And now we are running 21 years, so we've kind of surpassed what they did in Japan, and it's pretty incredible. We are, I won't say as relevant, but pretty close to what we were before, except for the toys are not selling off the shelves like they were before, but there are fans everywhere in 40 countries around the world, and I get recognized every day, and I'm always told that I am a positive inspiration, or to be quoted as, "You are my childhood," which is pretty amazing because now everybody's taller than me. So, that's kind of about me. I've been acting for 20 years. I've done a lot of different shows, over 150 episodics, television, about 7 films, and it amazes me that of all the things that I've done, Power Rangers sticks out. I've been working as a union actor for 20 years, about 20 years now. About 20 years. And everything from The Shield, which won Golden Globes and Emmy Awards for both the lead actor and the show itself, to comedies like Moesha or In the House, LL Cool J. Done serious dramas like CSI, Prime Suspect, NYPD Blue. And of all those things that I've done, when I get recognized and people go, "I know you from somewhere," if I name any of those shows, they're like, "No." Like Power Rangers, that's it. Man, I love you. You were my childhood. So why are you taller than me? It's interesting. So that's pretty much who I am.
Awesome.
Jason Lenetsky, Cosplay NYC Magazine. I was just talking outside with Noah about the same. How do you feel about seeing people coming around dressed as the Power Rangers or other characters in the show?
It's a huge compliment. It's awesome. I mean, to open your door on Halloween and have somebody dressed as you is kind of awkward. Like, hey, you're me. Hey, what's the candy? Yeah, it's interesting. I think it is a blessing in a way to have inspired people to want to be like me, and it's also a huge compliment. So it's nice.
Have you ever cosplayed? Besides obvious.
No, not completely. I mean, I haven't gone to any cons and been any particular character besides myself. And I'm not sure that I would, although it could be fun. I'm sure. I love the fact that at these conventions people lose themselves in character, and they get to play all day, and whatever way they choose. I mean, that's kind of what we do as actors on the set. You know, like you give me a character and give me a costume, and I am that person in front of the camera or on the stage, and I revel in the opportunity. So I kind of feel like everybody that does cosplay is an actor in their own right, but acting in the freest form, you know. Yes.
I had two questions actually.
Yes.
First off, I was wondering how you created the Zach character, because he seems to be a jokester, a second in command, and a man with fears. So I'm wondering how you were able to balance all those traits.
The character itself was developed by the writers. When they were looking for the character to play Zachary Taylor, they were looking for an actor with certain skills. He had to be a dancer, gymnast, martial artist, and he had to be able to put all that together to create his own form of karate, hip-hop, keto. Personality traits are pretty kind of close to who I am, which made the character easier. You know, I am a man that stands up for the little guy. I am a good friend. I am courageous in my wanting to be a good person and wanting people to be around me to be good. So I've always kind of been the guy to take my own way and not be a follower, but be a leader in that sense. Like, okay, we're all gonna do this. I'm like, all right, that's cool. You do that. I'm gonna do this. Who wants to go? You know, that's who I've been.
Okay, that leads into my second question. When you're in the Green Candle and Tommy's dying, well not dying, but he's fighting Cyclops.
Yes.
And you're afraid that he's gonna die because he's fighting Cyclops. How did you prepare for that moment? Like, that was a key moment for most Power Rangers fans, I think.
Yeah. Again, as an actor, you take a script, you take what's given to you in the script, you give it given circumstances to make it real for yourself. You apply your own personal experiences to make that experience real to yourself on camera. And as far as preparing for it, that's basically the technique. Is like it's acting. You know, the script itself lends creativity to what we're gonna make it. So that's kind of what it was.
Thank you.
Sure. Yes.
Hi, Colin from Dynamic Fan, and I've been a fan since I was probably smaller than these chairs.
You're taller than me too.
But I've been watching, ever since I've watched you grow, like as I grew up and I kept watching the shows, you kind of feel it's like, oh, the popularity must have gone to their heads at some point, but I would watch interviews with you, Austin, Karen, David, Jason, and one event that really struck me was when, I don't remember where it was exactly, but you pretty much almost shut down the entire city because everyone was rushing to get you because you were really popular.
Yeah, Universal Studios, Los Angeles.
I thought so. Was there ever a point where it seemed like the popular was just a little too overwhelming and you wish you could just back off for a minute and just say slow down?
There was a point in the beginning of the show, at the height of the show, where I'm an extrovert, and I became an introvert because it became a thing where we were so popular that I could not make eye contact with anyone without giving them permission to approach me. And you're not always wanting to be approached. You know, if you're trying to go to the bathroom, you want to go to the bathroom. You know, don't follow me to the bathroom, please. So, yeah, there was a point where I wore hats and glasses, and I was kind of hiding, you know, which is odd for me because I am a clown. I like to play and be loud and be extravagant and make people laugh. And so, yeah, there was a period of time where it was like that, but I got past it. And I am back to my old witty self. Yes.
We have time for one more question.
Calvin Williams, Full Coverage Writers. Power Rangers is the show that you're like incredibly well known for, but there's another show that sticks out for me, like really incredibly underrated. One of my favorites, Nickelodeon Space Cases.
Yes.
Can you tell me about your experiences on that show?
Nickelodeon Space Cases was an amazing experience for me because coming from Power Rangers and then leaving the show the way I left the show, it felt really good to be greeted with open arms by the network Nickelodeon as a star actor, being the lead man on their show, which was kind of a Star Trek for kids, and I got to be Captain Kirk. How exciting, you know. It was a great experience. I mean, we had a great set, we had a great cast. We were shooting in Montreal, which was beautiful, and we were Nickelodeon's #2 show behind Kenan and Kel, which was exciting. The only problem with that was the fact that our show cost 3 times as much to produce than Kenan and Kel, so it made it tough for the network because they were like, okay, we love the show, everybody loves the show, it costs a lot more money to produce it, so you know, we're on the fence about what we're gonna do with it. And then I got a show with Aaron Spelling. I got booked to do an Aaron Spelling show, which was like an Aaron Spelling show, you know. Aaron Spelling makes hits, you know, Charlie's Angels, you know, Starsky and Hutch, so forth and so on, 90210. So in hopes to be on Aaron Spelling's next hit, I chose to walk away from the show and take Aaron Spelling's, you know, the ride with Aaron Spelling. Of course, we only ran for 1 season, which was a bummer, and in the process I walked away from my show that I love so much and, you know, was doing really well, but that's the way it works sometimes. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, Walter Jones.
Thank you all. It was going to do, but it was a kid show, it was going to be fun, and before you know it, it was a phenomenon. Before you know it, there were kids, you know, the toys were selling out in all the stores, and we were you know, walking around and being recognized everywhere, having lines of people wait for autographs while you're having dinner. And it was, I don't know, it's kind of bizarre and crazy and fun and a responsibility because now...
How's it going?
Quite well. Good morning, everyone. How are you?
Good.
Good.
So please tell the pretty people about yourself.
Well, I was born a poor black child in Detroit. No, I was actually. Grew up in Detroit, Michigan, which is a pretty rough city, and overcame all the obstacles that I was confronted with, and got a scholarship to go to college. Went to college in San Diego. Graduated from there, traveled the world on cruise ships, enjoyed life as an entertainer, singer, dancer, actor. Did a lot of musical theater, and decided, let me see what Hollywood has to offer. I gotta give it a go, I got a degree. So, went to Hollywood, got an agent, dance agent in fact. Started doing dance videos and various other things, and got a call for a kids show called The Power Rangers, which was at the time called Dino Thunder. And went, okay, I'll do it, but missed it because I was doing Star Search at the time. So I came back from Star Search after losing and got a call again and said they still want to see you. Can you go in? And went in, auditioned against maybe 800 other people, and they boiled the numbers down till it was 3 casts of 5, and in the end, we walked away with the victory. Becoming the Power Rangers, what was known as to become the Power Rangers. And, we thought the show was like this kind of quirky, weird, kind of fun thing. Being a superhero was going to be cool. And didn't know what